it's not hexagon.
No. You're wrong already. It's a collection of knowledge. If you don't have that knowledge, you cannot say anything.
Yeah, so it's a collection of knowledge. God exists.
Last time, people don't know that a thing called gravity.
Right.
So when you say Earth is round, they say, show me lah. Show me lah. How you stand? Cannot stand.
Right.
You upside down.
Yeah. So that's right. So and that point in time, knowledge is like that. So you see it's a collection of knowledge.
Correct.
Knowledge is
knowledge can never come lesson.
Exactly. So the knowledge of God is never complete.
No. God is not knowledge. God is a belief. You don't need proof. They say anything they want. They keep changing the text. They even say dinosaur in the ark.
Who said they never saw in the ark? The Bible never record dinosaur in the ark.
Julian insists that it is there.
Who is Julian? Julian is a person. It's not the knowledge.
Yeah. So he even say that carbon dating is false.
Exactly.
How do you know? He said, are you there?
Yeah.
You're not there. How do you know?
And how do you know carbon dating is true?
Science never asked this question. You were not there. How do you know? Never. They say the sun is about 150 million kilometers.
How do you know? How do you prove?
You go and study, you go and determine, practically you can determine the distance.
Yeah, that's based on certain.
They will say, you use a ruler measure. Cannot
You don't use a ruler measure, but use certain method to measure, right? But you cannot, can you prove that your method is forever correct?
No, forever correct. If you have a better method, then you override. That's why we talk today, that's how we carbon dating. When you are there, like say, were you there no? 5,000 years, 48 years, how do you know carbon dating? Speculate. No. Science can measure small amount and then extrapolate.
Then extrapolation may not be accurate.
It's about if you drop a coin, you take 1 second to drop here, if you double the height, you will know how long it takes. This low G.
Yeah.
You don't need to learn this is high
True.
G.
Then you are basing on the carbon, right? Carbon dating. So you say this is 1 year. So then what it must be 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. How do you know you can change it like that?
This one,
You don't know based on proof,
you are challenging me to prove. I can't prove.
Yeah, so you challenge me to prove, I also can't prove.
I'm not challenging you to prove. I'm just stating that the fact. But this,
your statement is God does not exist.
No.
It's a fact.
No, this is not a fact.
Then what are you proving?
This is my opinion that God does not exist.
Okay, that's better. So you have people is my opinion. You cannot say God does not exist. You must say my opinion is God does not exist. Then I will tell you my opinion is God exists. Then no argument really one. What? Simple as that one. You cannot keep on insisting God exists and say God don't exist. Then God exists, God don't exist. Everybody entitled to their opinion. Then they agree. Okay, let's start. Sorry. Tonight become a religious session. Never end. Okay, sorry.
Good night, everyone.
Good evening.
Thanks for coming. Actually, today is just a short sharing of something I was interested in a few years ago. So it's to do with algorithmic natural language generation. So last time we had
Music.
generation of music. So now we have the generation of text, prose. And the good thing about this is when after you go home today, if you write your own script to generate the text, it's very easy to do so. You can actually generate your own essays.
For your novel.
Yeah, novel would be quite hard lah, but you can generate your own essays using this. Yes, indeed, thesis. Yeah, so let me just start by asking everyone, is the text size here big enough?
Yeah, very good.
Very good? Okay. So, so let's look at this. Deconstructivist rationalism and the cultural paradigm of reality. David K. Derlet, Department of Ontology, University of California, Berkeley. So, ontology is the has to do with cancer.
Oncology, not
Ontology.
oncology is cancer.
Yeah.
Right?
Ontology.
Oncology is cancer one.
Ontology
Maybe it's on the bed or something.
It's a branch of metaphysics dealing with the nature of the being.
Nature of the what?
Of the being. The nature of the being.
What's being?
Being.
Of
Human being.
of a human being.
Yeah. Being. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
metaphysics.
Yeah.
Metaphysics.
So Derrida's reading and pre-dialectic situationism. Class is used in the service of capitalism, says Batal. However, according to Buxton, it is not so much class that is used in the service of capitalism, but rather the Rubicon and the subsequent defining characteristic of class. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And it seems to make some sort of sense grammatically, but in actual fact, it is yes. So this is an example of what a computer can produce nowadays.
So they can produce the whole works of Shakespeare, complete works of Shakespeare.
Not the complete works of Shakespeare, but you could make it produce something quite similar to the works of Shakespeare if you were determined enough to program
Must make
it.
sense lah. Must make sense. Just on that one, not including those cannot understand what is
This one? Yeah, because this is
because all the technical terms we use, we don't.
yeah, this is just to demonstrate the richness of the text that can be generated through
this
such
computer
techniques.
generated.
Yes,
Not real lah.
it's not real. So basically, if I run this thing again, it will give me another article, and this is called Neo-Textual Constructive Theory and the Cultural Paradigm of Narrative.
So even this title is
Fake.
generated.
Fake, yes.
What about the writer?
The writer is also fake.
Then you can make fake news a lot already.
So the department, so he's from the Department of Deconstruction, University of Oregon.
Okay, now we understand what you mean.
So and if we run this again, we get. But essentially, using this technique, you can generate any text as long as you write the script yourself, or you teach a computer to write the script by itself, which is possible as well. You can ask the computer to learn from certain grammars that it can then use to compile its own fake news.
And copyright will be given to you.
Yes, precisely. So of course we could run this a million times and we can yes. So
Hey, very interesting. So can I program it to give children's story? Then
Yes.
produce a children's story book.
So,
After that,
but it would be limited in terms of structure.
you must proofread it.
Okay, so
Of course must prove it lah.
yeah.
But because children's fiction is easier to write with all this.
Yeah. So basically, how it works is that it uses.
Because my 7 years old granddaughter now is starting to write home.
It uses this. Okay, so it uses a recursive transition network or recursive grammar to generate through recursion, texts. So basically, because there are very fixed rules for generating text or putting out something in plain language. So for instance, you can start with a preposition. You can have or you can choose to omit an adjective. Then you have a noun and you have a verb and you end the sentence. So for example, you can have start, you start going in, and you can say large, green or round, and you end. So basically, these are actually fixed set of rules that are processed in a non-deterministic way, such as to be able to generate very varied text from a very small base of grammar. And
It's not picked from the dictionary.
it's not picked from the dictionary. You actually have to write your own. You have to write your own script to do this. So for instance, the script to generate this type of article is in this file called pomo.pb, and this is a very old file. So you can see that the output basically starts with a prologue, and this is the prologue, and it goes on to a title that is uppercase, formatted authors, body, sections, and epilogue. So basically, it's a very modular system where you can write your own modules. So one of these is a module in a way, and then there are different options that the module can go through. So perhaps we can have a small demonstration of this. So let's start with a new file, and we call it SMS talk. And we say that the output is simply the green or red apple. So this,
very small text.
yeah, so okay, the
Zoom bigger.
sorry, yeah. Oh dear. It says font size, font and colors. Nope. Let me make it bigger. This one?
Yeah.
Better? Okay, so this would say that when this program is put in, right? When this script is run, it will say the green apple or the red apple. So that would be the two outputs possible. But then we can have sorry, this is slightly confusing with a large. Okay, so we can have this new. Okay, so let's run the output first. Save it. We'll call it sms.pb, and if we run sms.pb, oh sorry, we must account for the spaces. So now the green apple, and if I run it again, it says the red apple. So basically, this script is so simple that there are only two possible outcomes. But if I add something, you see, let's.
Sorry, now again. So this is a bit like basic coding one.
Yeah, it is.
Like the hello world.
Yeah, but it is a program that allows you to generate very complex grammars and very complex sentences, paragraphs, and eventually essays from these sets of rules. And that is not, this is very specialized and not generic in a sense. So if you say that Fortran,
concept is the same.
sorry?
The concept is the same as computer programming.
Yes. So if you,
programming one, this one programming just.
this is not programming. So this is just actually making modules out of words and putting them together, and the computer will by chance generate different outcomes from these rules. So let's say we have apple and pear. So this is and we remove this and we say fruit. Yeah. So
No programming because there's no logic.
There's no logic. It's only chance. Yeah. So
chance, yeah. So your logic is chance, lah.
yeah, it is. So the green pear, the green apple, the red apple, and the green apple.
So yeah, the cat catches the mouse.
So
Then you know how the mouse catches a cat.
so
Because by chance, lah.
so you can have a predator and then a cat or dog.
Yeah. Otherwise,
Or
like,
you have,
the dog beat John, then after that John beat the dog.
lion
Also can lah.
Also can, lah. John bite the lion.
and
Also can.
Okay, because by chance. So you must say predator must always be in front.
and you have the prey.
And the prey will always have to be behind.
You have to have the
Some
prey,
kind of programming, lah.
mouse and lizard,
Lizard.
the deer. Okay. Okay lah, snake. Okay.
What's it? Sure ma. Snake is a predator.
Okay, but let's be silly for now.
Put the
The predator,
predator.
prey.
Alien predator.
Yeah, so basically,
So you must have the word catch in between.
8. Okay, this is very primitive. So when we run this, the cat ate the mouse, the cat ate the lizard, the dog ate the deer, the lion ate the lizard, the cat ate the mouse, the dog ate the snake.
But it can never be the lizard eat the mouse.
Because it's not predator, what.
So it's very fixed in terms of what it can do lah.
You
So
can
you
also have
must-
the cat eat the lion, right?
Sorry.
Cannot,
Cannot ma.
So you can have this. So you can have the predator of prey. So it's the predator of prey. Prey or predator.
This one really.
Say like that.
So this one will result in confusion. There's something wrong with my keys.
It's fun, right? Then we take the exam question and functioning all the numbers.
Possible combination, lah.
Jelah.
Abdi, all the name of the day, Mary lah, John lah. Then they cannot pull you for copyright.
Actually, this is original. When you write down the rules, it's original thinking.
Actually, one of the biggest ways to use this, right, is if you want to write a book, and you write it in this form, but instead of writing a book now, you have written 10,000 books. Because you can generate, using the same structure, you can generate 10,000 different books, but you've only written one book.
But the logic wrong, a little investigation, who is the murderer, all the
No, certain control, like predators, if you make big animals and then the prey make small animals, can never go wrong.
Yeah.
Short question lah, who leh? What
No, it must be
So-
logical lah.
exam question
Yeah.
may be possible.
So the murderer, you make sure there is a real proof.
The logic not correct lah.
Yeah, so when,
Before my time, the book in 3 sentences.
what's wrong? Oh, so for the context here, right, we must add the square brackets
Or choice lah.
to make the thing here.
It's like a
Yeah.
technical manual, like
Yeah.
programmer's
Yeah,
manual.
lah. It's like programming.
So,
technical.
but it's just simply very specialized, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. How people think all the possibilities.
So the cat ate the deer, the dog ate the cat, the snake ate the dog,
Can.
the mouse ate the snake.
Can lah. This thing is big one.
Yeah.
Snake.
No animals left already.
Okay, so
But why can't? Oh yeah, because you
Eat each other.
Prey.
then you have all these predator eat prey, then okay.
So if we want to just be silly and write something here, we can go with output, right? start, middle, and end, right? And start can be once upon a time there was a little girl named, and you can have girl name.
You choose such a complex name.
Okay, so just three names lah, huh? So middle.
Then you don't need to put a semicolon for the start.
Sorry.
Semicolon.
Oh yeah, here we need a semicolon. She met a big bad wolf. Yeah. So we use
Oh,
this
you must
predator
type
here.
the predator first, then you must type the word predator.
Yeah, because it is a module. So basically, you're asking the middle to contain a predator.
Oh.
So big bad predator, and she died. End of story. So this one is quite sad. But
Cannot be what? Met a predator.
Sorry.
That guy. Funny eh.
Because this is coding.
Coding, yeah, basic coding.
Yeah. Basic.
Missing colon. Yeah, missing colon.
These are very basic coding, the structure and syntax and all that.
Oh here. Yeah. So once upon a time, there was a little girl named Rachel. She met a big bad wolf. She died. End of story. So
This one you classify wolf as bad very bad. You teach the young children that animals are bad.
so
Change it to wrong and wrong.
sorry, a big bad.
Change it to good instead of bad.
Then it will become cheating, not denied.
Good predator. She liked. Oh, so basically you can actually remember which predator you stored. So instead of predator, we call it new predator. And instead of this, we predator. We have a V predator, new predator.
Wow, what's that?
So basically, this is a global variable. The predator, Z predator, and end of story.
Then no full stop.
Teaching him to kind.
Yeah.
Funny, start a sentence with full stop.
So basically, you can remember that the predator is a cat. So she liked the cat.
Why it goes into a new line, like the cat?
I think it's just a terminal.
Yes, down the
End of line.
And
It's a dumb terminal lah.
features already the number of characters.
Yeah. So yeah, she.
Wow.
So basically, you can of course extend this to say that the girl name is also a new girl name.
But this is very interesting. Last time they tell us about music, they started to tell us about
So you can girl
it's
name,
interesting.
the girl name.
No, I know this, I know the music already.
So
I just had to find the script name. Even easier.
yeah, so basically you can remember what you put as the thing. So basically, if you read the Dada manual and you follow the rules to write your own story, you can essentially do many different things with it. So basically you can turn it into a two-ending story. She can either like the thing or you turn it into a two-end thing. So you can have Gao Hei insulted the predator and she was eaten.
This like fairy tale.
This is not thing that sellable, very cute.
So basically, so now she can either hate the cat or so she can either like the lion or she can insult it and be eaten. So now there are two endings to this story.
Wow. So already write 2 books already. Right?
Yeah. So she, of course you can bad move and she insulted or she slapped or she punched or she scolded, and now you have
4 books. 4 times 2, 8 books. Different combination, the number of combinations, each combination to do.
So now she, yeah, so we have many more combinations now. So we don't actually have much logic, but once you scale this up, right, you can have 100 lines of this, generate a very large piece of work. So let's go with a few more demonstrations, for instance.
Just pause a while. Any of these type of books have it been sold in the market?
Yes.
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 Books are selling the books.
So basically, there's actually an application for this. If you see that, people can sell books on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, every time you publish a book, the Library of Congress will buy 2 copies. And each book, if it is $1, you get 70 cents per thing from the US government. So you see how it can become lucrative.
Per day?
Per book. So if you publish 10 books, you get $7. No, $14.
Publish book.
Yes. If you publish a book,
During
the US government, the Library of Congress.
Yeah, they store a copy of all
So,
books in the
yeah.
world in their library.
Oh, so you put in Amazon, they sure must buy.
They will most likely buy it.
Even rubbish book also.
Yes. so you get around 70 cents per book.
Must it be a recognized publisher?
No, you can publish it yourself. As long as it has the ISBN, you can self-publish it. Yeah.
You have to get an ID number from them.
ISBN, yes.
Must
You get.
book
Sorry.
Must be a book on Amazon.
Yeah, it must be a book lah. But they can reject it lah. Like if it's this story, they might reject it.
So you don't get an ISBN number.
Sorry.
So they don't give you the ISBN number.
No, they don't sell your book. They just reject your book. They don't publish your book.
Oh, Amazon can do that.
Yeah, they can reject it.
So if you sell on your own carousel.
This one they don't lah. You must have a publisher. So
No, but
in
you
that
say
case,
self-publisher. So I self-publish 10,000 books. I then send it to.
no, but still, in a way, you still need a publisher to give you an ISBN.
Only
Own
publisher
self
can
can
You must buy a block of ISBNs. I think it's not free.
Then how much it costs? $10 each.
No, ISBN.
But then it would remove your profit because
Exactly.
Amazon gives you free ISBNs.
Oh.
So if you have a very large script that is technically varied enough, you could generate books that Amazon would consider distinct, and then you can put it on and just get the profits. And then once the Library of Congress buys it, presumably, you can take it off so that no one knows such a book ever existed.
Wow, go
Unless
buy
they-
then.
But okay, it's the effort lah. Okay, because you get this in this format, right? Unless you program it to put it in a publishable format, you must put it in PDF format. That is like a book with all the page numbers and the contents page and everything.
That is very easy.
Yeah, it is
Word
easy.
can produce a PDF file anytime.
For 70 cents.
For 140 because they buy 2 copies.
Yeah.
You spend if it is
1 hour.
program. No, if it's program, you can produce 1,000 books. You know,
Yeah,
with the
1,000
same,
books.
the names of different, you know.
Yeah, 2 hours you produce 1,000
Yeah, you
books.
just write the
So
steps.
70 cents. $700.
10,000.
It looks like very difficult to make money.
Yeah,
You
it's
see a
difficult.
movement, you see.
Type by here only 1 sentence only. If you want to write a story, wow. How cannot?
This is just a technical thing.
Yeah,
right?
I think I better write one like Harry Potter now. Take
So-
Harry Potter book and change all the names to Uncle Aka.
Can I digress a bit? Can I digress a bit?
Yeah,
Can you have similar kind of program to produce a drawing?
produce a drawing.
Next stop, next stop.
Yeah, that's all.
Don't digress.
But is it possible? If possible, I will request for that talk. Because when 2 days ago I attended a talk, the computer produced a drawing of a picture, something like Mona Lisa, but the face look horrible one. And they auctioned it by Christie's. You know how much? $475,000.
Okay, better lah. Also do text.
Yeah.
But
Picture.
he did it, you give him a challenge like that.
So
Are you aware of such a thing?
yeah, no.
Computer generated
Computer generated pictures, yes, but technically you must train it in a way for it to do such a thing.
So you can make 400,000 then Offer tell you.
Yeah.
What's your make?
No, this is Dale Carnegie course. They are showing AI, the future of AI, and the possibility of AI.
I think in
future of AI, I can show you all later.
In the art scene, it's different because you have to have a patron who is willing to spend extravagant sums on your work. Instead of this, which is quite mechanical. If you wish to pursue such a useless thing, just for the sake of 70 cents. Yeah.
Sorry, $432,500. This big picture. Auction, international auction.
So
Not computer, not my computer. Yeah, not computer. Yeah, not computer.
So that's the. So you can remove the end of story here, and you can add a paragraph. So a paragraph is very simple. So you change the output into paragraph, para 1, para 1, and para 2. Then you can have para 1, start, middle, end. Para 2, 2 start, 2 middle, 2 end. So it goes on and on. How complex you want this to be depends on how complex you write the script to be. So we can have a look at some other scripts that people have written, like this one. The term regulatory forbearance means a local exchange carrier operating entity to the extent that such entity provides telephone exchange service. And then it can create another law. Each telecommunications carrier has the duty not to interfere. Or can. Then.
The idea is there.
Yeah, the idea is that you can create legal text that sound. Article 5 of the Constitution of the Republic of Singapore is amended by deleting the words Article 8 in Clause 1 and substituting the words Articles 5A, 5B, 5C and 8, except as otherwise expressly provided. So, yes, you get the idea. And so we have the exam. So this one gives you a problem. It gives you a question that you have to solve. Express 409 in normal form. Be sure to refer to Euler's theorem in your answer.
What is normal forms?
I don't know, it's just a thing.
Yeah, one.
Compute the P determinant of 0082.
Oh,
Show that the WG determinant of 2304 is uncomputable. Be sure to refer to Turing's theorem in your answer. Show that the closure of 5 is the null set, include flowcharts. Show that the path of 151 is 6.
Catch no ball.
Yes. So,
The fake question, so you just give a fake answer.
yeah. So, we can, look, what else is there? Yeah, equivalent. So you can come up with equation. Because this is in this form, which we can't really read. Yeah, so we can have a manifesto. You know the terrorists, right? They like to publish a manifesto. So you can have your own terrorist manifesto.
Okay, be careful, don't get arrested.
The meta-existentialist manifesto. Sexuality is an illusion. Civilization is an illusion. Art is dead. Truth killed it. We are all automated. Reality is dead. It committed suicide. Society is nothing more than an obscene jest. There is no God. Class is dead. There is no Maxwell's demon. Truth is the biggest lie. Consciousness is a myth. Art is dead. Society is dead. Truth is dead. Yeah. So basically, there is no Santa Claus.
Yeah.
There is no God again. Yeah.
Sexuality is dead. Once sexuality is dead, end of human race.
Personhood is dead.
Not necessarily. Women go NTUC and buy what they want.
My IVF, self-insertion.
No only IVF
But that is
they use finger can they?
So if you want to
NTUC they selling NTUC.
Sexuality is dead already, or no sex already, what?
No need.
How to have sperm? No sex, how to have sperm?
Why cannot?
You are
not married man.
That means you are not man. You are not a man, neither are you a woman. There's no sex. You are like a robot. You are any sex.
They don't.
Sexuality is different from sex.
Oh yeah, what's it? See?
Chill.
You don't understand.
It died of the finite recursion, remember?
Yeah.
So that means it's dead already. No sex. So Hydra, no sex one.
So this is a brag. For my every utterance is a lie, including this very one you hear. Yee, I do it for fun. I'm a fission reactor. I fart plutonium.
When you read so much of this, you become crazy.
When they plug me in, the lights go out in Hong Kong.
So you go around talk rubbish, no. You don't understand you.
I'm thicker, harder, and meaner than the Alaskan pipeline, and carry more sweat. I'm a fission reactor. I pay no taxes. Yes, I'm a rib snorter. I cram coca leaves into my brows before they're picked off the tree.
I live forever and remember it.
Or if you fit this to a human, a robot AI, or the AI learn rubbish already.
So I can suggest, right? Okay, this is not politics, this is humor. So we can suggest that some of our opposition-leaning friends use this to generate their manifestos. The cosmic principle of quasi-genuine justice. The end of famine, violence, disease. Okay, so the Freemasons don't want anyone to know the truth about temporal law and are willing to exterminate anyone who gets in their way, as they did Chi Sun. The true hidden value of pi is 3.678. All mathematics textbooks have been changed to conceal this. Only this value can derive the fundamental nature of mankind. So,
Pi not 3.678. Sorry. But they write it very close.
It's the hidden value.
so this one is,
So to you, it's
they
not-
destroyed J.B. Jeyaretnam because he knew too much.
wrote this report?
No, I edited one of the templates. So the end of racism and employment, etc. Yeah. So yeah. End wars, violence, famine, poverty, racism, and so.
Very good about
So Tan Cheng Bok knew all about the divine principle of harmonic compensation.
Wait.
The se-
The paragraph.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is how the script looks like actually. This one.
Wow, so long
Yeah. This is.
So can you use it to produce a computer script?
Sorry.
Computer program.
Technically yes, but the computer, the compiler may catch no ball as you catch no ball for this.
Yeah, so you crash or just run.
Maybe like, unless you are a very smart person, you can write something that the compiler will compile. So this is.
That's the basis of AI lah. To write something that the compiler can compile.
Yeah. So
AI can use this as a syntax to write sentences. That means grammar, everything will be correct.
okay, so
There will come to one day when the robots all can reproduce themselves.
so does everyone have Linux installed on their computers?
You need Linux works only on Linux.
Yeah, only works on
Or not on
Linux.
Windows
Not
Yeah,
Windows.
yes.
Wow,
Linux.
Linux.
So basically you need you need the YAC compiler, you need the Lex, you need YAC and Flex. So
You don't understand.
Yeah.
so basically when you go home and you want to run this program, you'll do sudo apt install Python Flex, and and then you would you go to your, so you extract your file into here, right, and you navigate to the extracted file. It's called dada 1.03, and you go to sorry. And you type configure. So you configure, and you make install. Easy. So that is how you would. Oh, you have to sudo make install because permissions. Yep. And that's how easily you can install this piece of software on your Linux machine.
No graphic interface.
Sorry?
No GUI.
No GUI. So this program called the Dada Engine is a parser for recursive grammars. It is actually written in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you want to go to the Dada Engine, I'll send a text link to the WhatsApp group now.
Maybe let me join back the group first.
Because it's not that Telegram. You
Yeah,
can see the history.
Right, already included? Oh, thank you. Okay.
They are in already.
SNS checking, SNS, TCS. How about Windows?
So this is the
Not
I send the link to you guys. And so basically, once you download it, you can extract it from the link, and you can compile it and yeah.
They put you in the TCSS. TCSS is moved by Why? Because no homes button.
I got a group for my SA friends also saying you call it TCS. So can I create a group, Linux group? Is there a Linux group in WhatsApp? Don't have, right? I create a Linux group and then add this into the Linux group.
Don't comfortable with WhatsApp.
Yeah, you check book as well as
ECSS.
ECSS.
So can I into the Linux group?
You can. Yes, please.
Okay. Then we can start using as the first item in the Linux group. Because you say this one only okay.
Don't use around. Don't have
Windows can install.
Oh yeah, so that's one very important thing that you have to know, because the program is very old, right? You have to edit it a bit to make it work on a 64-bit machine. So I guess most of us are on a 64-bit machine. So when you get the first one, right, you don't have this line. So you just have to type in hash include resolve.h. Just
people know.
sorry.
Nobody know.
So you have to
Nobody know.
Yeah, because the author I think is dead or non-responsive already, because the last update was in 1996. So that time no 64-bit machines ma. So now you have to include your own small fix lah. So it's just this include resolve.h in pb.c.
So if 32-bit don't need
Sorry?
32-bit, if we include this, won't work.
32-bit, I haven't tried, but without this line, right, it won't work on a 64-bit machine. If you remove this lah, if you remove this line and you try to install it again, right? Make.
Oh, so you must make.
This is very ancient. So if you try to Dada now, dadalegal.tv. Sorry, scripts. This is what you get on a this is what you get on a 64-bit machine. So you must include it. Otherwise, you get a fault lah every time you try to do something. Yeah, segmentation fault. It's just this one line that will fix everything.
Well, this program is useful. If you can use this function incorporated into our own program, then you can recognize text, you need to change the program.
Yeah. In fact, if you can train a program to parse text and change it into this format, then it can then generate many other texts from the template.
Yeah.
So this is, as you can see, this is this is before I was born, July 1995. So this is a very old piece of
Before you were born.
yeah.
Maybe he died already, reincarnated into you.
So so I guess that's about it, unless you want to look at more editing of the script, or we want to go into more of the applications.
Because Windows also have a Linux on Windows.
Yeah,
You need to reinstall
but you need the packages. I'm not sure whether you have the make on Windows and the GCC and the
no, you run Linux itself inside Windows.
you can you can run it in a virtual machine. I'm using a virtual machine.
Virtual machine. Linux.
It's called the Linux subsystem, right? So it's in PowerShell. No, it's not. I think you must. It's more. You can't.
Can't do.
Sorry.
Not use that.
It's not as convenient now because you have to add the module yourself. I guess you can't just add or yum or anything.
Oh.
Because normally on a Linux machine you can just yum or add to get your modules to compile everything, but this one you can't. because there's no central repository to download your modules. So the next time I come, if you bring your laptop, I can help you install this on a virtual machine. So that if you don't unable to install it yourself, like you can still play around.
Any online tutorial or anything?
There is Dada engine. If you go there, right, there's the manual, and that's all you have.
That's all.
Yeah, because this Andrew guy, he just abandoned it for more than 20 years now.
Then how do you revise it? How do you come across it?
It's just something like I just like to look at open source software, and so this thing is open source lah. As in I'm sure there's a license.
So what's the name again? The website.
Then you send to you, yeah.
I send it.
Now.
You send the wrong group.
Yeah,
Okay.
both group lah.
Oh, in both group. Okay. Thank you. Dada engine.
Nothing inside. How to start right here? Download lah. So you don't need to download then patch lah. You just download the new patch.
So I send you the patch lah. I send you guys the patch for the
Then they tell you it may be downloaded from this link. Then they say the patch is available.
Oh, the patch is it's already included in the link.
So you
The patch is only for those who are using 1.02. Yeah. So 1.03, yeah, it's not relevant. Yeah. So you can, if you have a Mac, you can just run it like that. It works out of the box on Mac. Yeah. Because it runs on most Unix-like systems.
You don't open any terminal.
Sorry?
Just run
You run it from the Mac terminal. It works out of the box from the Mac terminal. Because in Linux, in Ubuntu, or in Debian, you have to install additional packages in order to run it. By Mac, it just runs directly. So, have fun. And, so, perhaps we can have a competition sometime, you know, of who can write the best script. Just a very short paragraph. See which one, whose paragraph is the most fun. I don't know. So, I'm sorry if this is a bit short. I just want to share a small application with everyone.
It's okay, but it's very interesting.
And
Doesn't mean they have to be long.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be back here to speak.
Anything new about your music talk?
Anything about my music talk? Not much, unfortunately.
This is even more interesting. Because you use numbers, you know.
He brought his ukulele here.
What is Thomas?
Oh.
So, did anyone miss the music talk? Want to go through CG music again?
John, he said.
Okay.
Just quickly briefing.
Okay, so-
revision.
Basically, this is CG music, and you can use this to this is a modular music generator. You can use it to select the structure of the music you want to generate. You can select the arrangement. You can piano, classical, disco, swinging blues, and you can create, and it plays out of the box.
It's all random.
Yeah, random.
You need to choose classical.
Yes. So if I want to have a classical piece of music, and it will sound approximately classical, which means not very. But so this.
Only one instrument.
Yeah, one instrument.
One instrument.
You are more and more demanding.
No, I'm just curious. I'm asking what. Not demanding.
So this is a classical music piece.
What is the meaning of classical?
Classical.
It is in a more classical style, I guess, from the time period. So it has a structure that
This
is.
instrument is what?
This is the piano.
Sound like string instrument.
Maybe it might be the harpsichord. I don't know.
So it's a random instrument. I mean, it's a synthesized instrument.
It's a synthesized instrument. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, if you randomize everything again, you get a new song. So basically this thing comes in many modules, and you can actually edit the modules if you are adventurous enough. So can't seem to find where it's installed. Yeah. So basically, this entire CG music thing is it is a modular generator. So this is the algorithm, of course, for the arrangement in a disco style of piano playing. So this is how it goes, and of course there are other modules that you can edit, like the rhythm. There's a simple static rhythm, for instance, and there is ornamentation. There is structure. There is so actually. So basically, as I said last time, you put in a seed. You put in a seed to. You put in a seed to the program, and it's a deterministic algorithms. All the modules are deterministic. So if you put in the same combination of seeds into the modular program, you'll get the same piece of music. But then there are so many modules and so many different seeds that you get a seemingly infinite combination of music. So, of course, there is a chance, of course, that you may get something that sounds slightly like Majula Singapura if you try long, randomize it long enough times.
Get elephant paint also can make money.
Yeah, already they are selling this.